Okay, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. I'm back with my hopefully friend from Finland, Mika. Hello, Mika. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, yes.
How's the weather in Finland these days?
It's nice. It was like last week, last 2 weeks, it rained snow, but now it's finally like the sun is shining. It was like jump from -5 to +15 now.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same here in the Czech Republic. Big difference in the temperatures. So last time we were discussing how to put a game on a Steam release. I would like to show what I've done, what was needed, what the Steam asked me to change, what I had to fix, and then maybe show you how or what changed in the game itself. So this is the partner Steam games page for the game. And we were like fulfilling those checklists for the store presence and for the game build that it actually runs also. For the store presence, what Dave asked me to change was the like the description. As if you remember, I've put just one sentence there and they weren't too happy about this. Let me quickly find the page. So this is the store page that's live already. The game should release in a few hours, like in 13 hours, so next day morning. For me, it's gonna be May the 3rd. And yeah, anyone can visit it, put it on their wish list, and in 13 hours play the game because it's gonna be completely free. So I had to update this about this game section.
How many wish lists you have right now?
We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Not that many. Don't be afraid. But so Dave asked me to update this about this page, like list the key features what the player can expect and stuff. So I have added those few bullet points. And I think, and the other thing was the screenshots, the ones I've used initially. There was one of the main menu and one of the victory screen that's there in the video right now. And they've asked me to change it to all be gameplay, which is, I don't know why, because when I like visit other games pages, so I often see like main menus, victory screens, death screens, and all that stuff. And for some reason, they wanted me to change. Okay, no hard feelings. I've changed it. It's all gameplay now, and they approved it. So that was for the like the page itself. The other important thing to know for anyone who wants to like publish a game on Steam is you've got to have this approved at least 2 weeks before the game goes like live for anyone to buy or download and play. So the minimum difference is 2 weeks in prior before releasing the game, which I guess won't be an issue for most games because it usually takes quite a long time to develop the game. I'm sorry, I've got a phone call. It seems urgent. But I'm hesitant to pick it up. Okay, sorry, I'm back. That certainly was kinda important call. Things are moving, so glad they called. And let's get back to where we were. I think I was talking about a 2 weeks delay. The game page must be approved at least for 2 weeks before you can go. So in my case, I initially thought I'm just gonna put my already completed game there and be like immediately available in like 2 days before they just approve and it's gonna be available. That's really not the case. You've got to wait at least 2 weeks. For the game build, what they wanted, or understandably, for the build to be actually playable, in my initial package, the depot and the build, I just put the game files there and some of the dependency DLLs were missing because for me it was all working locally because it was like referenced from like other folders, other projects and stuff. But for it, or it actually needed the .NET framework, and one of these solutions would be have some kind of install script, which seemed quite difficult. I'm not sure if it actually is, but I went with the route of making the package self-contained, so the exe file has all the libraries inbuilt in itself. So, and they were happy about it because it's working, and the end user does not have to install any .NET frameworks. The executable is a bit bigger, but these days I don't think like 50 megabytes is something to be worried about. Have you had any of these problems yourself?
No, I already had my build self-contained, so I didn't face that issue when I made it. But yeah, I had many issues with the screenshots. You didn't have any issues with the screenshots.
Yeah, just
luckily,
the ones that I had to change from the main menus to gameplay. For all of the fives have to be gameplay.
Yeah.
So
I got some mentions about like controller things and such, but you didn't have controller support, so it's not issue. But those were like those were recommendations. They were not like blocking issues.
yeah. So after that, they've pretty much approved it in like 2 or 3 days, I think. And then just the waiting phase for the May 3rd, which is like, as I've mentioned, 2 weeks from the store presence approval. Okay, so I wanted to use that time that's mandatory for the release to improve the game. so it can be in the best shape with more features. So what I've been working on were actually adding achievements. So the game has achievements already implemented. Is it visible somewhere? Let me show you my Steam. And there are currently 7 achievements, all based on the scoring on different difficulties. So the achievements are in and working. For that, I've been firstly using the steamworks.net library, which has very low level implementation. It's basically one-to-one copy of the C++ SDK from Steam, just a wrapper for that. So you have to handle all the callbacks and stuff. And a few days ago, I've switched from this to Facepunch Steamworks, which is made slightly easier. You don't have to worry that much about all the low-level stuff, let's say. And for the achievements, it's actually pretty simple. I just made this list of keywords for the achievements, which you have to first define on your Steam. Let me find, where is it? On your game's Steamworks page. There you've got the achievements. Welcome back.
Sorry, computer crashed.
Yeah, happens. Talking about adding achievements. So first step is to define your achievements inside that Steamworks page. So where you define the name or the key name for the achievement, some name and a short description, and then you've got to have 2 images, one for achieved achievement and one for the locked achievement. I'm using the same for the unachieved. It's like simulating the card as well. We've got to flip it. And a few achievements. So once you've got this, you can just do the same in the code. I've just made this enumeration for the keywords. And just to unlock the achievement, it's that simple. I just create a new instance of achievement with that keyword and just trigger it. And that unlocks the achievement for the player. The important thing is defining when and under what conditions you want to unlock these achievements. And I'm just using this simple method to check if any of the achievements are fulfilled. And this is called after the end of each game. So once you win a game, it just goes for the current difficulty and compare the score achieved if it's above the threshold you need to unlock the achievement. And there's one where you need to score for all the levels altogether, have at least 5,000 points. I guess you can have like different kind or types of achievements, and it's just up to the game logic or your creativity how you approach this. But the unlocking itself is really just that one line. There is still one mystery I haven't uncovered, but for my game, the achievements says it's just earned achievements in this game and not showing the actual game. If we take a look at, I don't know, some other, you see it shows like the achieved and which achievement.
I think that's actually was an issue with that the game isn't launched yet. I think that's
that's what I'm waiting for, if it's gonna change once the game is like live and launched. Because it's in the post-game summary, it shows everything, but for the timeline activity, it shows just earned achievements in like the game and not the specific ones. But I guess we'll see if it changes when the game goes live. The other thing you can see, I've got a few of my friends playing the game, testing it for me, and that's why like you can generate like review keys. For me, I've generated those beta test keys. It's really simple. You just pick a category where it fits the most. You've got short descriptions for each of the category if you're not sure. And it goes through a short, like Steam has to approve. So it's not generated on demand right on time, but you have to wait a bit. I think it didn't take that long. It was just a few hours, and they've approved and generated the keys, and you can then, I don't know, see the keys there in the like text file you can download, and there are those keys you can distribute then yourself. So I asked just for 10, and so I've got like 10 keys. You can ask for as many as you want, I guess. I think there will be some upper limit, but not sure how many. So that was the other thing, and one more thing was Steam Cloud saves, but it was really with no code implementation. It's just all through the like the backend of the Steam store. As you can see, I've got this cloud saving on. What it does, it actually just, maybe let's open the files. Let me just, doesn't matter now. You just specify which files you want to automatically upload and download. For me, it's synchronizing just this high scores file. And it's all again defined in somewhere around there. Forgot where.
leftmost there was the Steam Cloud.
Yeah, application Steam Cloud. Okay. Oh, there's some like size quota and max files. I'm just saving one little file, so I overestimated like just to be sure it's not going to break. And then you specify the file. I've said just everything with the suffix of dat, that data, to be like automatically stored on Steam and back. So this was very easy, very quick, and it's working nicely. The most difficult thing though, and that's not yet, I guess, fully ready, but I'm getting there, are the leaderboards. Leaderboards are actually great for my game because it's all score based, so you might want to see how you're doing, if you are the best in the world or amongst your friends. So again, first thing you need to do is define those leaderboards. For me, I've actually got 3 of them. You might usually need just one. I don't know. I've got 3 because I've got 3 difficulties of the game. So each one has its separate leaderboard. And you can see the scores. For me, it's just usually me, and a few moments back I've asked one of the beta testers to try this out. So it seems the scores are getting updated, and it's set up the way that your best score is there. So if I manage to get a better score, it's gonna get updated. If I get a lower score in my game, it will not change, of course. Okay, so that's the Steam side of this. That's very easy. You just click and fill some of these thingies, which are very easy to do. Just again some key name that you will reference the leaderboard from code, and whether it's ascending or descending. I'm looking for the highest score, so that's why I've set it as descending. So the first place is the highest score. Whether it's a number or maybe time, we could do later something like who's wins the game the fastest, and then you can switch something. So it's very clearly described here on those question marks. So no worries there. So this was easy, but getting it right from the code, that was like a pain for multiple days, and I'm still not done with it yet, even though it's slightly working now. And the way I've got it set up for now, I'm not sure still if it's the best way or not. First thing, again, there are the keywords for the leaderboards. I've got this enumeration for each of these: easy, medium, hard. And the other thing is, or the way I've just recently changed it to work is, I actually am trying to update or get the leaderboards on each update until they've actually updated, if that makes sense, because all the calls are asynchronous and it's really difficult to get right for me right now. So I'm trying to learn and hopefully managing to get it work. So the first step is I've got this helper dictionary that says if for each of the difficulties, if the leaderboard is loaded already or not. And that's just like getting the, let's say, reference to the Steam leaderboard, not the data itself. It's just like the connection, let's call it. And and I'm initializing it to false, like it's not loaded yet. And then on the update, I'm trying to load it. So getting this leaderboard for each of the difficulties, and getting the leaderboard is like this monstrosity. The important thing is this is the actual call that comes with this Steam API. So we are looking for the name, which is there. I'm translating the difficulty to the Steam leaderboards, key names. And if this succeeds, it means the board has actually a value, because I guess it can fail and not return anything. But if it does, I will try to add it to the dictionary. This other thing, I've got this stored dictionary for each of the leaderboards. So I'm trying to fill the leaderboards dictionary for the 3 difficulties once at the beginning, and once they are filled, I'm done with this part, and hopefully don't have to update it during the game session anymore. And then once we've got the links to the leaderboards, we want to send the actual scores to them. And that's what this other method is for. So submitting a score. Again, I'm checking for a failure, because with async stuff, anything can go wrong, and it usually does. So I'm trying to get hold of the leaderboard, because again, all of this can actually be called even before we got the response from Steam. So it might not be there yet. That's why I'm just testing if we've already got this. If we do, again, I'm trying to submit the score. Looking for the failure again. And I'm doing this in a loop. Not sure if that's the best, and I'm gonna keep it that way, or I'm just gonna do some retries in a different way. But if like the score submitting fails, I'm guessing I will try again until the score submits. Actually, this might should maybe add some restrictions in the try count, so I don't lock myself in this infinite loop potentially. But those are the things to think about more later. And actually, if I don't find the leaderboard there, it's gonna try looking for it again. I don't know if that's redundant because this shouldn't be needed, because it's already sorted with the update loop we've discussed before. I don't know. Are you catching some of this, or is it like too chaotic?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Yeah, I think with that, like the face punch, it might be easier. I don't remember what was the library that I used for the Steam achievements.
Yeah, it might have been the steamworks.net, I think.
Yeah.
Those are like I guess only 2 I found, and they are both like not regularly updated. They are really old and not sure, but I'm glad I've got it somehow working. Hopefully, we'll see. Well, what's there? Okay, so that's like sending these scores, but I think the harder part was getting these scores actually loaded back and showing them to the player, the leaderboards. So again, I'm trying to get the data, and that's where the leaderboard we stored. Where is it? Oh, this is the dictionary based on the difficulty. And I'm trying to get again just to be sure it's already loaded. And if it is, I'm gonna retrieve the data. And this is set up in a way that I'm trying to get the top 5 for the selected difficulty. So once we get those data, it's actually used there in the score manager that's showing the leaderboards to the player. The data is called leaders, and again now checking if it's null or not, which I've just discovered is not the best, because this is, if we take a look at the leaderboards, on the high score is actually empty for now. So this is gonna, what's it gonna do actually? I'm not sure if it's gonna return null or an empty, like an empty array. But what I know, it's not working properly right now, and this needs to be fixed. But if it loads the leaders from the leaderboard, it's just gonna iterate through them, and that's again simple due to FacePunch Teamworks. It has like those nice structures, leaderboard entry, where you have all the information handy, like the score, the user information, so I can bring up the name of the player. I'm not sure if there's maybe an avatar. Yeah, you can even download the avatar, so I can show the images as well. I think this is gonna translate to the texture 2D. Maybe. No. Steamworks data image. Let's actually try that. User. Get maybe like a small avatar. Because I've seen some snippets that it was translated to the texture 2D. There's the like documentation. It's really, really old. But there are those code snippets. I think I've seen somewhere, and that's for the achievements that we've seen. But that's some kind of another approach. I've seen like working with the avatars somewhere in the examples. I'm not sure where now. It's not that important, but there's like this page. It's it helps a bit at least. Not the best, but I guess it's just old. Okay, so that's the the last thing I'm working on right now before the launch in a few hours. I hopefully will get this working. I'm almost there, and it's gonna be perfect. Actually, one more thing is what I've done is set up a new like branch. Not sure where is it now.
I think it was in the depots.
Right, but I just don't see.
Or was it in the it was in the builds? Yeah.
Yeah. So I've created this develop branch so I can test things on Steam and put it, upload the builds and not mess with the like live thingy, because the main reason is it usually works. Everything usually works locally, but once I upload the build on Steam, it just behaves differently, and that's frustrating because it's really hard to debug, and I've got to keep packaging it, uploading it, trying it on a Steam, and it's really time consuming. Maybe there's a better way, but I'm just not experienced with that much yet.
Yeah, you're lucky that you were working with only the Windows version, because I had the Windows and Linux, and the Linux version was working, but the Windows version was not. So it was fun to try to solve that issue.
Yeah, that's another thing. I've just strictly switched it to Windows 64-bit only for now, even though the project itself is like cross-platform, but I just don't have like the time and energy to test for every system right now. I would like to get it going with at least Windows, which is maybe like 95% of player base anyway. So once this is sorted, I might want to add the official Linux support, which shouldn't be that hard, just rebuilding it, I guess. And actually,
it's need to be careful with the integration, because you need to select the correct the Steam DLL, or what was the Steamworks DLL.
Yeah. And for the future plans, just to learn the most I can from what's offered by the Steamworks engine, I would like to add a DLC. Of course, also free, just to get to know how the DLC thingy works. I think I've seen it somewhere, right? Also in the depots, maybe? Yeah, DLC. So I think it shares the app ID. So I haven't like explored any of this yet, but that's the last thing I would like to do after the leaderboards. Would like to add at least one DLC with like extra images for the cards. But that's not important. The main reason is I want to learn how to work with DLCs, because I guess you've got to have like a separate depot and combine it somehow. I don't know. That's what I want to learn in the future.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
One other thing, maybe, if you want to try, would be to create a demo for the game. That's pretty much, you need to create the game again, but then but I mean, it's pretty much the same as launching the real game, so
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's really beneficial actually.
Do you have to like go through the approval things also?
Yeah.
Okay. And what if I've got like the main game approved, can I later add a demo without approvals?
I think the demo still requires the approval because it's a separate app ID.
Oh, it got separate app ID, but you don't have to like buy the credit for that, right?
No. I think it was in the main page that created demo or something. I don't exactly remember.
Yeah, but you're right. It's also something that would be interesting to know how to do. Your game has a demo? I guess it does, right?
Not currently. It had, because I used the demo to like have it in the Steam Next Fest and such, and share it around.
How's your game doing right now? Anything changed?
No, I need to. One of my friends complained that the achievements are not working, so I need to.
Oh,
create.
and are they or are they not?
It's not working on the Windows machine. I think it might be a specific issue.
Okay,
But yeah.
that's nice. Oh, you were asking about the wish lists. So let's take a look. Oh, that's a different page, right?
Yeah. It's from the homepage, so if you click on that, yeah.
Right now, somewhere there, I think. 165 currently. Oh, there's this spike, and I put a link in some forum for Steam games, so that's where most of them came from.
That's actually a pretty impressive amount for like really simple puzzle game. So I think I had like in total about 300.
Yeah. Is there a way to know where those came from? Like, is it from the Steam like page, or I don't know how they found it?
I don't remember where it was. I don't think it shows. But yeah, you can pretty much kind of based on history, if you post it somewhere and then you get a large number of wish lists, then
Yeah. So 165 currently. Maybe one more interesting thing is I've been contacted by this. Oh. Captcha. Let me quickly defeat this captcha. No. Okay. Well, do they have some kind of web page? So, company's called Keymailer. Okay, there we go. I guess they are just snooping around Steam, looking for like new releases and contacting the developers. So that's what they did with me. I've received an email. Hey, we've noticed you are releasing your game soon. Come to us, register, and what they do is they like provide keys that you give them for your game to the influencers and other creators, and they try to like promote your game. Have you been contacted by them as well?
yeah, I contacted.
Okay.
Maybe it's funnier that if you send them keys because you have a free game anyway.
Yeah, that's where we like got to the end when they've like I told them that the game is gonna be free. that's not a viable like product for them, because the creators basically is getting paid by the keys. They are not getting paid with like money. So
Yeah.
since the key has like essentially no value, that's when we decided it's not a good fit. But I guess so once you've got a bigger project, bigger game that's not free, it might be interesting to like use their services, which
Yeah. I think what I read, it's kind of mixed reception. That is it. It's some say it's pretty much a scam, and some say it's fine. But yeah.
yeah, I mean, for the free plan that you can get is like 10 per month, like 10 requests per month. I mean, the creators can request a key for your game and you can get 10 requests per month. But yeah, I think I would give it a go if I had like a bigger game. Why not? Like spending like 10 keys a month and hope for some recognition somewhere, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's some kind of list of the creators or something like that. I guess you never know. I don't think it's gonna be like some big Twitch names or stuff like that. Well, yeah, that's some kind of promotion, which is already super hard for indie developers to do everything, and marketing of on top of everything. It's
Yeah.
really
Soon you will get the real scam emails.
don't think so about my free game. I mean, no one will care. It's just this learning progress for me that has like the value in all of that time spent. I'm also building like the kind of library of code that I can use later. That's like the biggest benefit. Like knowing, getting it work for the first time, it's the hardest, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all new about my simple learning project. If you can give it a try in a few hours, there on Steam, Memory Quickie, just a simple memory game. Hopefully the leaderboards will be up soon once I fix the last bugs. You can compete with everyone around the world who's got the best and fastest or quickest memory. I'm really bad at it, so this is the hard difficulty. It's just 36 cards, and I'm usually don't remember a single tile once I reveal the first row. Then I'm completely lost and just randomly start clicking. Then the time presses you on and it all gets reset and you are frustrated. I think I'm just there referring it to be like a relaxing thing, but it's really not. Sorry. It's infuriating.
It's gonna be full of negative reviews. Everyone expecting a nice, relaxing game, and then
You can just stay in the main menu and listen to the music. That's relaxing. But once you get to play, I mean, the easy is really easy. Like you can usually like finish that, but the hard one, it's no. But my short-term memory is really bad. But with enough practice with this, I might get it upgraded. Upgrade my memory. Okay. Do you have any ideas what could be of any interest for the releasing of Steam process? What could, like, what was the next topics anyone could have? Or questions? Maybe
Not sure.
from your experience, was there any like post-release, I don't know, things you had to do?
No, for me, that pretty much after the release, everything was fine. It was just looking at the review numbers and actually I got my first Steam payment.
Oh, that's nice. How does that work? Is it like monthly based or like the sum based? You have to wait until it reaches some threshold.
Yeah, you need to earn at least 100. I think.
Okay.
I think someone posted that after you have at least 100, then they will send it. But I guess it's monthly basis. Like if you have earned 100, and then they will send you monthly basis.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing my next payment will take about 2 years or something.
Okay. Would you like to disclose like the net profits? I mean, let's say the games I think was €3 or dollars or euros. I think the euros. So when you've got a revenue of let's say 100, that's the minimum for the payout.
Yeah, it was.
How much do you actually get?
My net profit was about 160, and then I think the payment that I got, it was 92 euros. So I think there was some cuts between that and then the conversion rates as well, because
Okay.
Steam page shows in dollars, but they paid in euros. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's say it was 160. You said so, like the revenue was 160. Then I don't know. Does that include VAT? I guess. So you've got to deduct VATs. Deduct like Steam's. Is it 30%? I think.
Yeah.
And
actually there was some couple refunds, so those were deducted as well.
Yeah, then you got okay, sure. And out of that payment, you still got to pay taxes, income taxes, right?
Yeah.
So out of that 92, it's gonna be even less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But well, actually, for me, it's corporate taxes, which is luckily less. But yeah.
Yeah. So you are basically at around half, or like near to 50% of the revenue, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay. That's still not the worst, I guess. I mean, when I was looking at what Steam offers, I think we can't blame them being greedy. I mean, the ecosystem for Steam is really nice. They provide all like the storage and downloading the game from somewhere, and everyone knows it. The player base is huge. Well, I guess they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say that because nowadays they don't need it anymore. They should ask less, but for fairness. But I mean,
yeah,
they will ask it because they can. So it's like,
yeah, sure. They would be robbing themselves, right?
Yeah.
Have you thought about like other platforms other than Steam?
Well, I launched my game also in the itch. But yeah, from itch I actually haven't gotten any sales, so.
Right, yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Is it there just for $3 or you can get it there for free? No, I guess no.
It's also $3. I think the
Yeah.
Steam doesn't allow you to sell for different prices in different. I don't exactly remember, but I think that was something I heard at some point.
What about the open sourceness, so to call? Is that some kind of does Steam know that actually anyone can build your game, or is that right? Anyone can build your game?
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything against that. Or I mean, you cannot build the game without the assets, and you need to buy the game from somewhere to get the assets. Because the code repository doesn't contain the art assets.
Oh, so the repository is without the assets.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can build a game, but you have to provide your own graphics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What about the biggest competitor, Epic Store? I'm not even sure if anyone can get to the Epic Store. I guess it's not that easy, right? Oh, our call got scratched. Sorry. There's a time limit of 1 hour per meeting session. So hopefully we get Mika back. And if not, it... there we go. Hello.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, this Teams meetings are limited to 1 hour for free users. So the call ended.
Yeah.
I was asking if you know anything about Epic Store, if it's even possible for indie developer to get there by their wishing, or do have to be contacted by Epic?
I think it's possible for indies, but I mean, for first-time releaser, I don't think they are really keen. You would need to show that you have like valid background or something.
Yeah. They are picky with their games, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like Hades was it that was released exclusively on Epic Game Stores originally. But yeah, I mean, the developers are really known. So.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna try and head back to the leaderboards. Want to make it ready for the release. And I think we've covered everything. Is there anything you would like to add?
No, nothing that I can think of. The like basic Steam integration is simple. The achievements and the cloud saves, but
Yeah, I mean,
everything else is annoying.
The leaderboards are really like 2 steps at least above the other things. It's really, really painful. Okay, so thank you again for joining me on the stream. We've discussed the continuation of my journey to releasing the game on Steam. Wishlist it now, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.